Hey everybody, this is Tristan from League Gaming. I want to welcome everybody to the Bolts CHEL Challenge. This is the $13,000 prize pool 1v1 tournament, the largest 1v1 tournament outside GWC. I guess that's technically HUT. NHL team event. Some pretty cool stuff and exciting stuff with this event. This video is kind of just to give everybody the basic information, everything from how the event will be run, how to use the site, and just kind of quick tips and tricks. So if you're in this event, I highly recommend watching this entire video. First thing I want to touch on is I recommend absolutely everybody on this event make sure they have their Discord and their Twitch information linked to their account. To do that, simply click on your name anywhere on the site, go to external accounts. In here, you'll see if you're how to link your Twitch. It'll say link Twitch, and then same with Discord as well. Speaking of the Discord, all communication and help desk will be happening on this event. If you need to do any kind of help, need any question or anything like that, and you need the staff, simply go into the LG Discord. Go to the NA help desk if you're NA, or EU for European. So pretty straightforward stuff. Alright, now I want to talk about the actual event. So a couple things to understand is, so this event is completely online, obviously because of COVID restrictions. We are not flying people from Europe into America. At least not this year. So we've separated this between two separate leagues, essentially, that'll never play each other. The prize pools are split in half. There's the North American tournament, and then there's going to be the European tournament. Each tournament is limited to the first 256 players that sign up. I know with North America we hit that pretty early on. So if you are in North America and you do not get in this event, it's because you missed the 256 player sign up. I will say the Tampa Bay guys have been pretty awesome. We do have something for everybody that missed the event. That's pretty cool. I'll announce that later at another date. So that's to navigate the LG site, you will see in the header the two separate leagues. So if you sign up for the North American event, because you're obviously North American, you would want to go here. If you're European, you would obviously go to the European site. How the event works is it is broken down into 4 individual brackets. These are 64 team brackets, a double elimination. That 64 times 4 is how we get the 256. So basically a 4 bracket system. That's winner and loser. So if you get knocked out, you can still run to the loser's bracket and have a chance to basically still represent your side. The brackets are branded by NHL players, Tampa Bay players. So like on the North American side, we've got North American players like Stamkos and McDonough. On European, we've got like Hedman and other players too. So kind of a cool thing with the Tampa Bay's done with that. Maybe some special prizes from those players if you win. Don't be surprised. So that's basically how the event is run. 4 64 team brackets. A couple small differences between North America and Europe. Europe is going to be run over a weekend, whereas the North American event is going to be run over 3 weeks. The reason why we had to split up the North American event over this time was because we couldn't get confirmed dates from the NHL, but with the GWC, and we didn't want to run into any kind of problems scheduling where basically top players are playing GWC events and they can't play the Tampa Bay event. So that's why the North American event is different than the European event. The North American event, basically every round is 3 to 4 days. It's up to you to schedule with your opponent. There's default times. You guys can play basically at any point. You can communicate with your player. I'll get into that a little bit more in detail, but first thing I want to say is when you go to the site, basically this is called the league homepage. So if you're in North America, you click on North America, you're taken here. This entire page is now wrapped around where you are in the event and brings all the information to you. So you can see right here at the top, it is telling me, I'm Tristan, who my next opponent is in the event. That's the LG username. Here's their actual gamer tag, and then we have a button for send messages. A cool thing that we have only for Xbox is we have hooks into the actual Xbox system, where APIs where we can actually send messages and do all that fun kind of stuff. So if you actually click this opens up an Xbox Live conversation between you and your opponent. This is no different if you went onto Xbox.com and sent them a message, or the Xbox app. It is the exact same thing. Really cool, handy tool. So if you're like looking for your opponent, you can just send them a message real quick. If you have Discord linked, your opponent's Discord information will show right here. Again, really handy stuff. that helps you guys communicate with your opponents. A quick button to input scores. The one thing I'll say is, so every event in North America is a best of 3. Every event, every bracket in Europe is a best of 1. So best of 1, best of 3, right? So the reason why we do that is because if you're scheduling with your opponent, we want to at least have a good series out of it. Just one small thing for North America is you can propose dates and times with your opponent on the LG site. So let's say your opponent, you say, hey, I want to play maybe on the Tuesday within the range of the dates that you're allowed to do. You propose that. The person would get an alert. The person in the alert on LG alerts, they can have a button that says accept or deny. If they accept it, you'll be alerted back, and then all the games will be updated, and it's pretty straightforward. That's that. The other thing I kind of want to jump into on the European side, this is going to be run on the weekend of the 22nd, 23rd. I kind of want to talk about the check-in system. So we do have a new check-in system that's built into LG. So on the 22nd, you will see a page similar to this. It'll tell you who your opponent is, but it'll also tell you, hey, you are required to check in. You can do it right here, or if you ever click on the game, you can do it. No, it's not right there, but yes, you can do it right here. You simply click this, it'll alert your opponent that you've checked in. Check-in based on the rules is not a 100% requirement, but it could be used as a dispute if your opponent doesn't show. If you show up and he doesn't, we will check the check-ins, and then basically we can award a win based on that. So first thing I would recommend for all the Europeans on the Saturday and the Sunday, make sure you check in. Alright, so next I want to talk about one thing I missed real quick is the brackets here. Whatever bracket you're in is going to be defaulted. So I'm on the Xbox side, I'm in the bracket C McDonough. You can see it automatically defaulted to me when I go to the league homepage, and you can see who you are in this bright blue color. Pretty straightforward stuff. Alright, the other thing I want to talk about, okay, let's say you've played your game and you want to input stats. So here I am here, I'm playing this person. YR Joe, not too sure who that is. Anyway, there's a button here that says input stats, takes you to the bracket. Click on the game, in this case it'd be game 1. We'll have stats here based on how much you put in. When you are a regular user, you will see a button here called input stats. Don't worry about these two, this is because I'm in a min. Simply click input stats. Alright, so this takes you to inputting stats. Really straightforward, guys. The only stat that is required is goals. However, I will say, if you guys, for your own stat tracking purposes, if you want to put in things like your total shots, your time on attack, your penalties, your power plays, we'll track all that for you. It shows up on your matchups against the player. One other thing that's real quick, only the winner inputs stats, so we don't need the loser inputting stats. And to input stats, simply put in the goals. In this case, that's all I'm going to do for this one. Save it. If you go back to the site, everything will be updated. You will be the winner will be auto advanced. The loser in this case, YR Joe, is put in the loser bracket. He'll then have to fight it out with the other people who didn't win their first matchup. Again, the whole system is automatic. I'm going to show you another kind of cool feature. I'm just going to put some stats in just to get my side of the bracket put in. Just give me a sec. That should advance him. Let's give this guy the win to, let's say, 5-1. Alright, so let's say you're waiting for your opponent. You will get an alert as soon as your next opponent is ready. So in this case, O3 Dafa is my opponent. On LG site, see, you get an alert saying, hey, your next opponent for the Bolts Gaming Challenge is O3 Dafa. And then if you click this, it'll take you right to the bracket as well. And then pretty simple stuff. So if you're waiting around to figure out who you play next, again, you'll be alerted. We do have an LG mobile app in the Apple and Android store that has push notifications, so if you do have that, you will get a push notification right to your phone live, so that's kind of cool. We do have full stats of games going on below here, so you can see the bracket, the game number, the score, who they played, games that are coming up. So if you want to track along how it's going, it's pretty standard stuff. Another cool thing, guys, simple navigation. Up here we have the link for the rules, the sign-up list. We won't need that anymore. All the 4 brackets. And the other kind of thing that I'm going to add this for game day is we have a thing called social. So when you signed up for the actual event, you probably saw this. We have a system basically that automatically generates images so you can share it with Twitter. We will have one for all your matchups, so the games you're about to play and the games that you've played. So like let's say you're about to play as a player, you would simply go to social here, change it to, it's going to say game, and then you would select the game and it'll make a nice little image for you, and you can quickly copy and paste that to social media. So that is the essential ins and outs of how this event's going to work. Again, pretty straightforward stuff. If whatever bracket you're in, all the information is going to be pushed here right for you. You will get push notifications once your next opponent is ready to input stats. Either click it anywhere on the bracket or click this button to input stats. That's pretty much it, guys. Again, if you need any help, remember the Discord is where you're going to reach us. And that's about it, guys. So I wish everybody the best of luck. I want to thank everybody from the Bolts organization for putting on this event, especially during a COVID time. And I'm really excited for the having a European bracket. I mean, not a lot of NHL teams have opened up to Europe. The Bolts have a history of doing this, so they've been really awesome, guys. So I want to wish everybody great luck, and we'll see you out there. Have a good one. Ciao.